Hey everybody, how we doing? We've got with us Dr. Pam Grover and from upstate New York, and she's going to help us understand the X39 patch from LifeWave. How we doing,
Hi,
Dr. Pam?
Andrew. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So help us understand this stuff.
Okay, well, first, I'm just going to briefly go over my background. I am a medical doctor, and my medical degree is from the State University of New York in Buffalo. I then went on to get a family medicine board certification. My training was at the University of South Florida in Clearwater. I practiced in private practice for I did some teaching actually too. I was in academics and private practice for 12 years. And then I just noticed that people really need to be eating correctly and moving their body. And there was more to this natural side of medicine. I could see that the pharmaceuticals and the surgeries just weren't really helping people get the wellness and help them feel better. So I did a fellowship in anti-aging and regenerative medicine, and I started practicing functional medicine in 2013. So I've been doing that for 10 years. Through the years, you notice you try a lot of different things, but I would say that still the mainstay of people feeling better is eating a nutritious diet, drinking your water, getting your sleep. But sometimes people are struggling with sleeping. They're trying to get their sleep and they can't sleep very well. So this past year, I learned about the LifeWave X39 patches, and I was kind of disappointed because some of these patches have been out for 20 years, and I was just learning about them now. But the X39 patch was the one that's been getting the most, just the most excitement because people are getting such amazing results from it. So
Yeah.
X39 patches improve your well-being, but how do they work? So they work actually through the infrared light of your own body. So I was already studying the benefits of infrared light, and people were buying red lights and infrared lights and going to far infrared saunas. And I saw that it could help your cardiovascular health. It could help detoxify your body, these saunas and things like that. So I was really intrigued to hear that like this quarter size patch, which you could wear on your body, nothing transmits into your body. It just has these amino acid crystals that reflect your natural infrared light back onto your skin. And there it is. That's the patch. And you could even use acupuncture points. I thought that was so cool. You can use different points on your body to improve the wellness. So it improves energy flow. And people like would have just like different things improving, like better exercise performance. That was one of the first things I noticed. I'm a healthy person. I don't have a lot of problems in my body, but like when I was lifting my weights, the very first day I wore my patch, I could do a heavier set of weight with less discomfort doing it.
Wow.
My stamina was better. My heart rate variability, which I got monitored through my Oura ring, that improved. So a couple testimonials. I had told an earlier testimonial on a different video about how I was lifting weights and I pulled a muscle really bad, went to my knees, could barely walk out of the gym. And I was able to do yoga like 7 days later, like at a festival where it was like 3-4 hours of yoga after a 3-hour car ride. So that was like my first kind of like, was that just a fluke? Would I have, improved that better by myself? But I don't think it was a fluke. I really do think that that was like from the patch itself. I had another patient who had been trying a lot of different things. So he was falling at night, he's getting older. So he was falling at night. He was getting really weak. So he was choking on his food. His hand was shaking a lot. He had to use a walker. So I really was pretty desperate about trying something new. He had even gone to another doctor, driven, to a town about an hour away, and they had done a stem cell infusion. And they thought, well, this is coming from his nervous system. It's up in his brain. We'll take a tube and we'll put the stem cells close to his brain. And he actually got worse. And so at this point, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I don't have much to try to help with that. But I said, what do we have to lose? This patch
Yeah.
doesn't cause side effects. It's not dangerous. Nothing's going to his body. I'll use his own infrared light. We'll see if that works. So he did use the X39 patch. He found that actually the X49 patch, which there's a different amino acid crystal there and reflects the light differently. And that actually, that can help a little bit more with, muscle strength and stamina in a different way. It supports cardiovascular, and some neurological. So he wore this patch. He actually wore the glutathione patch as well. And they use ice wave patches too. So he wore those. Within 3 months, he was able to walk into my office without a walker.
Wow, that's incredible.
And yeah, I spend an hour with each patient mostly. And the time before he used the patches, his hand was shaking the whole time he was with me. And this follow-up visit after 3 months, his hand never shook the entire time he was in the room. And he told me he's no longer choking on his food.
Oh, that's incredible. And this, imagine the difference. I mean, the patch, as we showed, imagine, putting that, wherever you're placing it, back of your neck, whatever, in lieu of an invasive needle in the skull. Is that where
Yes.
That's yeah.
Crazy. Can I share one more thing with you?
Absolutely.
So again, I wasn't sure when I first gave those patches to that gentleman, I didn't have a whole lot of hope that they would work. I really didn't. And, it took 3 months for that. And there was a couple of phone calls in between there that he wasn't sure that the patches were helping him, but I encouraged him. I said, what do we have to lose? This is the only thing I have. Let's keep on trying it. So I had another patient that had come in who every time she comes in, it just looks like it's so painful for her to walk. Every step just seems, she winces on her face, and she has a condition that's progressive. It's not supposed to get better. She has a neurologist. They give her different medicine. Nothing seems to really work. She's had surgeries to try to help with this discomfort and her walking. So I said to her, you know what? Let's just try this. What do we have to lose? It's safe. So she started wearing the X39 patch. I did encourage her to also use the glutathione patch. So she used for 12 hours a day. She would put one of those on each day and remove them at night. And I reached out to her after about a month. I just wanted to check in. I wasn't sure if she'd have any difference at all. She told me she felt the best she'd felt in 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just that 4 weeks. Or imagine where she'll be in 20 years.
I don't know, but it's pretty exciting.
So these patches are non-transdermal.
Correct. Nothing goes into your body.
So 0 side effects, which is huge advantage. Huge advantage. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Pam. This has been very insightful. Thank you for taking the time. We know you're very busy, and thank you for taking the time to share this and help to explain these things to us. So we look forward to seeing you in the future, and thank you again for your help.
Thank you, Andrew.